I'm here with Teresa. We are going to explain this system where we're going to use for rotation sometimes at the LPC events, right? Especially when there are a lot of courts, a lot of people, different skill level. This is a better way to do it. And I don't have a name. I'm just calling it the whiteboard system. Is that good?
Sounds great.
All right. So the idea is instead of having fixed courts with each skill level, like these courts are, beginner, these courts are intermediate, these courts are advanced, it's too hard because we don't know how many people are going to show up and what kind of skills they have. So instead, the whole thing is extremely flexible. And what you need to know is each horizontal line is a court. So what happens at each court changes depending on who is playing at any moment in time. So it could be an advanced court, it could be a beginner's court, and so forth, right? And then the column will tell us where the people stands in terms of waiting to play. So take it over and give us a demonstration of, let's say, pick a court. Let's say we're at court 2A.
2A. All right, so we've put three groups of 4 players together already, ready to play. So right now, playing on 2A is this group of 2.75s. So, and we have our next 2 groups ready to go. So when they finish playing, all we need to do is just move the magnets down. And then we can move these guys. We can separate them by like winners and losers, and either add more people from over here or wait for the next game to finish.
Right. So when these 4 people finish, they come off, they come back to the board, then they can, or somebody can put their name as to whether they're winners or losers, and then we send these 4
out onto the court.
Okay. And then meanwhile, if Catherine shows up and she says, "Where do I go?" What does she do? She can look for a court that matches her level, and I can play here or play here, but nobody's here. I'm going to play here, and doesn't matter where she goes. And then somebody else shows up.
Yep.
You probably want to put him here, put her here, so that they can all go up next, right?
Yep. Great. And if it gets too chaotic, you can decide we don't need to know who's winners and losers. There's too many people. That's just the line. And as things progress, then you can just move the magnets down the line. Okay. And even if you can fill this space over here with more people, and move this guy down here, so you always know. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be linear. You can always be moving
because it's easier to move the tag than to move everybody back.
Right.
Right. Okay. Because we used to handwrite them and we did like rewrite the whole thing. And so in this case, 2A can be used by 4 different skill levels.
Correct.
And then that depends on what happens in the day, that may change, right?
Correct. So I had used these just as an example, but we can say, these courts are all filled. Like, let's add 3.25 down here because we don't have enough to fill these courts.
Okay, that makes sense. So when I show up, then I need to get a name tag from
the check-in people. And they will then put your magnet on the board.
Got it.
So that when this starts, you'll be included. And I guess if you want to stop playing, you take your magnet off, and we'll have a place to put it.
Okay, that makes sense. So again, find myself a court to queue up on if it's full, which they will be, and then I will slowly get moved onto. Well, eventually I'll be on deck.
Yep.
Here, and then I'll be playing when those guys finish. Makes sense. All right, we need Oscar coming.
I know. Where is he?
Oscar?